I request everyone to please settle down. Our chief guest has arrived. The dignitaries will be arriving shortly. Please maintain silence. Everybody, please settle down. Please occupy your seats. all the students and their families please settle down? Please clear the way as our dignitaries are arriving. I request everyone to please occupy their seats, the students and their parents. Please maintain silence. I still see a lot of students standing. Please occupy your chairs. Please settle down, everybody. Our chief guest has arrived. Our dignitaries are proceeding to the auditorium. Girls at the last, please settle down. Everybody please settle down. Please maintain silence. I request everybody to please wear your graduation caps. Please settle down, everybody. There's still a lot of commotion. Students and their parents, please occupy your seats. Good afternoon, everybody. I, Zainab Hussain, Assistant Professor, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy, welcome you to the Graduation Day Ceremony 2024. It gives me great pleasure to extend you all a very warm welcome on behalf of Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. It is my pleasure to invite Professor R. Lambadri Sahab, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education, to the dais. I now invite Mr. Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, to the dais. I now invite Mr. Syed Abdul Wahab Sahab, Vice Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, onto the dais. I now invite Mr. Zafar Javed Sahab, Honorary Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, onto the dais. I invite Mr. Masood Abdul Khadir Sahab, Joint Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, onto the dais. I invite Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab, Treasurer, Chairman, Governing Council, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. I now invite Mr. Ahmed Javed Sahab, Board Member and Chairman, Sports Development Committee, onto the dais. I invite Mr. Bakhar Hussain, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, Member, Governing Council, onto the dais. I now invite Mr. Faiq Ahmed, member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, onto the dais. Lastly, I invite Dr. Anupama Koneru ma'am, Principal, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, onto the dais. We now have Khirat recitation by Sayyid Mutib Ahmad.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Translation. In the name of the most compassionate and most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment, you alone we worship, and you alone we seek help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or those who are astray. Thank you.
Floral bouquets will now be presented. I request Husna Fatima to present a bouquet to Professor R. Lambadri Sahab, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education. I now request Zeenat Begum to present a bouquet to Mr. Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Alina Kashyap to present a bouquet to Mr. Syed Abdul Wahab Sahab, Vice Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Juwairiya Begum to present a bouquet to Mr. Zafar Javed Sahab, Honorary Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Sadia Tamkeen to present a bouquet to Mr. Muhammad Abdul Khadir Sahab, Joint Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Arshia Umar Ul-Turki to present a floral bouquet to Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab, Treasurer, Chairman, Governing Council, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. I now request Sadaf Fatima to present a bouquet to Mr. Amir Javed. I now request Sadaf Fatima to present a bouquet to Mr. Bakhar Hassan, Sahab, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, Member, Governing Council. I now request Humaira Noshin to present a bouquet to Mr. Faiq Ahmed, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Memuna Begum to present a bouquet to Dr. Anupama Koneru Ma'am, Principal, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I now request Dr. Anupama Koneru Ma'am, Principal, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good afternoon to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our chief guest today, Professor R. Limbadri Garu, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education. And thank you so much, sir, from your work from Nizamabad. He's gone there for an inspection at Nizamabad and straight coming to, so that shows the commitment, sir, for the word that you have given us. Thank you so much, sir. So I keep telling our students in the morning also, I told them, this is what we have to emulate from our guests. Though they've reached to such heights of professional stature, but still the word that is given, it's committed to that. Of course, a little here and there, the timing, but still coming from that longer distance will definitely, nothing will be in our hands. So this is what we have to emulate in our future as professionals. Chairman, sir, some of our final year students have seen morning also, he had come here and given the presentation. And then he attended B.Ed college function and again back in our function. So they all are always hardworking and supporting us all the time. I also welcome Syed Abdul Wahab Sahab, Vice Chairman, Mr. Zafar Javed Sahab, Honorary Secretary, without whom all these functions and all these efforts, we will not have proper guidance to do. Thank you so much, sir. I welcome Mr. Masood Abdul Khadir, Joint Secretary, sir. Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan, Treasurer and Chairman, Governing Council, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. Mr. Bakar Hassan, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, and also a guiding force member of Governing Council of Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. Mr. Faiq Ahmed, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. Thank you all. With humility, I extend warm welcome to all of you. And a big welcome to all the parents who are here, and also now I should also mention spouses also who are here of our passed out students. Welcome to all of you, and welcome to our young graduates who left us till last year and to reach their own career, look into their career or higher education, working or taking the responsibility of home. Welcome you all, and a big thanks to all my final year B.Pharm students and other students who are making all these things happen so efficiently, and the faculty who are guiding them. Welcome one and all, including the press who are here. I extend a warm welcome to all of you, and will not wait between the proceedings of the graduation and you. So once again, thank you all.
Professor R. Limbadri, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education. Sir has held various positions, including Registrar of Telangana University. Sir has also held various positions in Osmania University, besides being OSD to Vice Chancellor. Sir has got the Annual Case Study Award 2012, Indian Institute of Public Administration, New Delhi. Sir has guided various research scholars. Sir has various national and international publications, various research projects, various papers presented nationally and internationally. Sir also has attended various seminars and workshops nationally and internationally. I request Sir to deliver the graduation address.
Good evening to everyone. Dear students, good evening to everyone. Thank you. Principal of this college, Dr. Anupama Korenu, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, Muhammad Waliullah Saab, and Honorary Secretary, Sri Jafar Javid Garu, and all the dignitaries on the dais, faculty members of this prestigious institution, non-teaching staff, dear students and their parents, press and media. First, I express my sincere gratitude for the Chairman and Honorary Secretary, Principal, staff for inviting me in this important occasion of this prestigious institution and graduation ceremony of the Pharmacy College students. I congratulate all the students for their successful completion of the pharmacy graduation from this great, prestigious, oldest institution of Telangana. I also appreciate and congratulate their parents for sending them for their children to get the higher education, particularly the pharmacy education from this college. I sincerely appeal to all the students that you should remember, you should recollect the contribution, the commitment your parents made you to become a graduates from this prestigious college in the field of pharmacy education. I also congratulate the teaching faculty for providing a quality education for your students, and I also place on record the contribution of the Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society providing quality education in various disciplines in Telangana. It is one of the oldest and best institution in Telangana is concerned. As a student, as a faculty from Usmania University, I worked as a joint director for 4 years in Usmania University. Several occasions I visited this college for inspection of various disciplines, including engineering course. It is one of the best and most opted demand course in Telangana is concerned. That's why the consistent support of these institutions, Telangana is doing excellent in providing quality education in Telangana. If you look into the profile of Telangana in higher education in terms of gross enrollment ratio, always I remember to measure the progress of any institution, we should have some parameters. For that, the GER, gross enrollment ratio, in Telangana is 40.0, whereas average government of India is 28.5 only. So that is the highest. After Kerala, Telangana is doing excellent in providing the higher education access to the people. Particularly for the women education is very excellent. The women enrollment of higher education is 39.4, whereas the national average is only 28.3. So this is the progress because of this type of institutions have been working hard, providing access and providing quality education for all the people who aspire to get the higher education in these institutions concerned. Particularly the pharmacy students, I really feel proud that you are the lifeline of the society. Particularly in the present context, you are going to become best, most demand people in the society is concerned. After this COVID, we have been experienced as the importance of the medicine, importance of this medical education is concerned. Particularly as a Telangana, Hyderabad is a hub of pharmacy. If you look into the pharma education, entire the country, Telangana is the best and most demanded courses in Hyderabad is concerned. If you look into that COVID-19 times, 40% of vaccine produced only from Hyderabad and Telangana is concerned. Nowhere in the country. So that is the opportunity you have to explore your employment possibilities, your research possibilities, your future career possibilities can you have with this Hyderabad is concerned. Nearly more than 200 pharmacy industries are here in Hyderabad is concerned. Nowhere like this, more number of pharmacy industries in any city like Hyderabad is concerned. So what I am trying to emphasize here is the students who are coming out from this pharmacy course, you have better opportunities to build your career, the better opportunities to fulfill your aspirations, fulfill your parents' expectations. So make use of these opportunities available around you and build the best career to serve the nation is concerned. So that's why the pharmacy education is going to be one of the best one, and you should have a consistent, sincere hard work, and then only you can achieve the best career is concerned. Learning is not only getting the degree, it is a lifelong one. You have to continuously pursue whatever the field you have chosen for your employment or to build an industry or any other services. That's why you have to continuously work, because change is a constant. That may be a medicine, that may be any field, change has been happening, particularly in the modern society. Speed changes taking place in the era of globalization, in the era of information technology is concerned. So when the artificial intelligence is very dominantly coming to influence the society, everybody should have the access to the technology is concerned. How best you can merge, how best you can make the technology into your field, that will provide a good results wherever you work, whatever the efforts you put for your institutions or your services is concerned. That's why the technology should be one of your best adaptable attitude for success of your career is concerned. The next one I want to make here is the human values. Wherever you work, the service is more important. You should live happily because you are the great graduate in the society. Even though most of the people may aspire, may not be have access to get the education. Their family, their support system may not be helping them to get the education is concerned. You are lucky to have the quality and good education from prestigious institution. So you should have the attitude of happy service to wherever you have. You have to fulfill the constitutional values. Whatever the constitutional values, the constitutional morality you adopt from this, definitely your personality will be developed. Your attitude will be developed. Then your performance will be improved. Your service will be provided with good results. That's why your values should be there. And I want to, last one word I want to say, that one boy asking the balloon seller that the one red balloon is going into the sky. That boy asking, the red balloon has gone more high and high. The blue also can go. Oh, definitely, blue also can go to there. What about yellow? Yellow also. Oh, all colors are going further and further. Why? That boy, the balloon seller says that the colors not a matter. What you fill in the balloon is a matter to fly in the sky. So that's why you fill your knowledge, you fill with the commitment, fill with the values, fill with the attitudes, then your career will be success and it will become fruitful for the society. With these few words, once again, I thank the chairman, honorary secretary and all the management committee, teaching faculty, principal and the students and their parents for giving me this opportunity and patient listening. And wish you all the best for our student committee. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for leaving an indelible mark with your impactful speech. Please welcome Mr. Amir Javed, Board Member and Chairman, Sports Development Committee. We now have presentation of graduates by Mr. Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society.
This graduation of Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy has been called to confer the degrees upon the pharmacy candidates who have been certified to be worthy of them. I declare the graduation open and accord permission to commence the proceedings. Will the candidates who have qualified for the B Pharma, DM Pharma and Pharma D PV degree kindly stand up? I present to this Senate the graduating students who have been certified to be qualified pharmacists by the Jawaharlal Nehru Technology University, Hyderabad. Mr. Zafar Javed, I request you to administer the oath of graduation to these students.
I swear by the Code of Ethics and Ethics of Pharmacy Council of India in relation to the community and shall act as integral part of healthcare team. I shall uphold the laws and standards and governing my profession. I shall strive to perfect and enlarge my knowledge to contribute to the advancement of pharmacy and public health. I shall endeavor to discover. I think I skipped a line. I shall follow the system which I consider best for pharmaceutical care and counseling of patients. I shall endeavor to discover and manufacture drugs of quality to alleviate sufferings of humanity. I shall hold in confidence the knowledge gained about the patients in connection with my professional practice and never divulge unless compelled to do so by the law. I shall associate with organizations having their objectives for betterment of the profession of pharmacy and make contribution to carry out the work of those organizations. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and the practice of pharmacy, respected by all at all times. Should I trespass and violate this oath, may be reversed by my lot. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I charge you throughout your life to prove worthy of this oath.
Thank you, sir. We now have presentation of mementos by Mr. Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. Sir will present a memento to Professor R. Limbadri Sahab, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education. Thank you, sir. We now move on to presentation of certificates to toppers and distribution of certificates by Professor R. Limbadri, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education. All of this, I request to please come forward. Let us first start with the overall toppers of B Pharmacy. I request Amina Sultana to come onto the dais and collect her first prize. I request Alia Mehraj to collect her second prize. I request Hafsa Farooqi to collect her second prize. I request Fatima Mariam to collect her first prize. I request Nazneen Begum to collect her second prize. We now have our toppers of Farm D. Juwaria Siddiqa, please come and collect your first prize. Shifa Harmeen, second prize. Shaista Sumaya, first prize. Shaista Sumaya, first rank. Amina Begum, second rank. We now have our Farm D PB toppers. Khansa Ahmed, first rank. Atiya Fatima, second rank. We now have our M-Farm toppers. Amina Sultana from Pharmaceutics, first rank. Farida Begum, Pharmacology, first rank. Muhammad Shahida Samreen, Pharmaceutics, first rank. Neha Parveen, Quality Assurance, first rank. Shafia Tazeen, Chemistry, first rank. Saida Nishat Sultana, Pharmacology, first rank.
और इसमें मारिया भी आ रही है। महर नाम कट करे थे का देना है ऑलरेडी।
Meher Nisa, Quality Assurance, first rank.
ये हो गया ना मैं शादी।
I would now like to propose the vote of thanks. I would like to thank Professor R. Limbadri Sir, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education, for sparing your precious time and gracing today's occasion. I would like to thank Professor R. Limbadri Sir, Chairman, Telangana State Council of Higher Education, for sparing your precious time and gracing today's occasion. I thank Mr. Muhammad Waliullah Sahab, Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I thank Mr. Syed Abdul Wahab Sahab, Vice Chairman, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I thank Mr. Zafar Javed Sahab, Honorary Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I thank Mr. Masood Abdul Khadir Sahab, Joint Secretary, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I thank Dr. Mir Akbar Ali Khan Sahab, Treasurer, Chairman, Governing Council, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. I thank Amir Javed Sahab, Board Member and Chairman, Sports Development Committee. I thank Mr. Bakir Hassan Sahab, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society, Member, Governing Council. I thank Mr. Faiq Ahmad, Member, Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. Lastly, I thank Dr. Anupama Koneru Ma'am, Principal, Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy, and all the principals of constituent institutions of Sultan-ul-Uloom Education Society. I would also like to express a sincere appreciation to the staff members, organizing committee, volunteers who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth execution of this event. To our audience, parents, students, and friends from the press, thank you all for your active participation and engagement throughout the proceedings. Your presence has truly enriched the discussions and made this gathering all the more meaningful. Once again, thank you all for being a part for this memorable occasion. I request everyone to remain seated till the dignitaries leave. I request everybody to remain seated when the dignitaries leave. We will continue to give the certificates once the dignitaries leave. I request everyone to please remain seated as we will proceed to the second half of distribution of certificates.
ज़ैनब मैम, ये सिर्फ फर्स्ट वाला बी फार्म है, इसको स्किप करके
Let us now proceed to the next half of the event. We will now have distribution of certificates, the graduation certificates. Let us start from Farm D, 17 series. Dr. Amina Begum. I request Mr. Amar Javed Sahab to hand over the graduation certificates. Farm D, 17 series. Dr. Amina Begum. Dr. Amreen Fehmina Siddiqa. Dr. Anjum Ahmadi. Ms. Asma Fatima. Dr. Atika Siddiqa. Dr. Aisha Amreen. Dr. Aisha Asif Ali. Dr. Meeraj Fatima. Dr. Nazakat Shaista Fatima. Dr. Nishad Fatima. Dr. Rukshan Nazneen. Dr. Ruksar Samreen. Dr. Sabah Arif. Dr. Sara Hussain. Dr. Salwa Safdar. Dr. Sana Fatima. Dr. Shaista Sumaya. Dr. Siddiqa Parveen. Dr. Suhail Sayed. Dr. Shoaib Hussain, and Dr. Ismat Banu. We now have certificates for B Pharmacy, 17 series, Mr. Mohammad Zaim Ahmad, Ms. Abida Sultana, 19 series, Ms. Afshan Jabin, Ms. Alia Tehseen, Ms. Amin Muzaffar, Ms. Asma Farheen, Ms. Asma Habib, Ms. Asghar Sultana Fariha, Ms. Aisha Begum, Ms. Aisha Tahira, Ms. Bilqis Begum, Ms. Fatima Hina, Ms. Madiha Shafiq Ahmad, Ms. Mehnaz, Ms. Sana Fatima,
बैच ईयर पास आउट हाँ तो 17 to 2023 पास आउट है ना मैम मेरा ये फैमिली है बी फार्म हाँ तो ये बी फार्म है तो 19 से कब तक पास आउट होते हैं लोग 2023 ऐसा बोल दीजिए 19 to 23 बैच
This is the 19 to 23 batch, 2019 to 2023 batch, roll numbers starting from 19 series. Mr. Mohammad Jabiruddin, Mr. Mohammad Rehan, Mr. Muhammad Ubaidullah Sharif, Mr. Muhammad Hassan Khan, Ms. Fatima Mariam,
Juwaria Fatima, batch 22, B.Pharm. Sir told me. 22 list you don't have.
Ms. Hajra Begum. I request all the parents to please occupy your seats. I request all the parents to please occupy your seats. Ms. Fatima Mariam. Ms. Hafsa Fatima. Ms. Hamida Begum. Ms. Ifra Shireen. Ms. Juwaria Sultana. Ms. Kaunain Fatima. Ms. Khadija Waris Farooqi. Ms. Madiha Jabin. Ms. Muskan. Ms. Naba Tihami. Mr. Ahmad Khan. Mr. Abdul Samir. Mr. Omar Shirazi. Mr. Maz Ahmad Sheikh. Mr. Maz Ahmad Sheikh. Mr. Muhammad Ejaz. Ms. Naba Unnisa Begum. Ms. Nabila. Ms. Nadia Saif. Ms. Nafia Razi. Ms. Nahid Afshan. Mrs. Nashmia Afaf. Ms. Nazneen Begum. Ms. Nida Alia. Ms. Rukhsar Begum. Mrs. Sabah Fatima. Ms. Sakina Sultana. Ms. Shaista Naz, Mr. Muhammad Hamaduddin, Mr. Muhammad Amir Ali, Mr. Muhammad Arsalan, Mr. Muhammad Shoaib Khan, Ms. Sidra Unnisa, Ms. Srijana Rai, Ms. Sumaya Fatima, Ms. Sumaya Fatima Musa, I request the parents and the students standing to make some way as the students pass out. Ms. Sumaya Fatima Musa, Ms. Sumaya Sarwar, Ms. Sayyida Amina, Ms. Sayyida Khatijatul Kubra, Ms. Sayyida Safura Fatima,
वो छोड़ दीजिए 22 पास आउट के अनाउंस करना शुरू कर दीजिए ये खत्म होगा ये मैम इसका सर्टिफिकेट नहीं मिल रहा आप ये कर दीजिए आप ये करिए उसके मैं आपको बोलती हूँ
Ms. Sayyida Juwairiya Khadri, M.Pharm Pharmaceutics, 15 series. Year of passing 2022. Dr. Aisha Nasir, PharmD, 16 series. Dr. Aisha Nasir, PharmD, 16 series. Dr. Aisha Fatima Sohail. Dr. Fatima Farooq. Dr. Juwairiya Siddiqa. I request everyone to please occupy your seats. Everybody, please, the students and the parents, please occupy the seats. Dr. Lubna Muzaffar Hussain. Dr. Nawal Habib, Dr. Nilofar Khadija,
बराबर है पढ़े शिफा हरमीन से
Dr. Shifa Harmeen, Dr. Sayyida Juwairiya Taruj, Dr. Sayyida Zainab Unnisa,
निशात फातिमा ये तुम कहीं उड़ा रहे हैं चल
Dr. Tehmeena Tabassum, Dr. Abdul Khair Khan,
नेक्स्ट किसको बुलाने वाले हैं?
ये लिस्ट है पुकारो पुकारो पुकारो
Dr. Faizan Hussaini,
चल नहीं है ना नो इज नॉट देयर सफीउर रहमान
Dr. Muhammad Safiur Rahman, Dr. Sayyid Abdul Hadi Ghazaffar,
वो जाके वापस दे दो
Dr. Yusra Ali, Ms. Narmeen Sultan, Mr. Muhammad Arif Pasha, Ms. Aisha Naz, Ms. Alia Meraj, Mrs. Anam Fatima, Mrs. Aisha Meraj, Miss Ashufta Fatima,
ये गाड़ी नंबर अनाउंस करिए ना देहात तो इसको
can I have your attention please? There's a red Suzuki car with the number plate TS08JS3934. I repeat the number TS08JS3934, a red Suzuki, and a silver Suzuki TS12EG6071 Swift. This is a silver Swift. TS12EG6071. I kindly request you please remove your vehicles. Miss Aisha Fatima,
होने के बाद ये है वो लिस्ट लाया हम कॉल आउट कर दो और 5-6 मिनट्स लगेगा
Miss Arshia Firdaus, Miss Aisha Sultana. Miss Maha Misbauddin. Mr. Muhammad Ghulam Ansari. Mr. Muhammad Abdul Rahim. Mr. Rashid Abdul Mateen.
मैम थोड़ा स्टॉप करके इशू करिए कि जो है पिक्चर का स्टॉप कर
We will have to pause the certificate distribution if you guys do not occupy your seats. Please kindly occupy your seats. I request all the parents and the students.
I request everyone to please be seated on the chairs because this is a live session which is on the YouTube and we are taking the graduation certificate, guys. So I request all the students and the family members and the other colleagues which have come for the graduation day to please be seated on the chairs. I request everyone, students please who have taken the certificate, please be seated. I request everyone to please be seated. Everyone, guys. I request everyone not to occupy these spaces. Please be seated. We do have the chairs. We are going to call one by one. The names are being called. So please be seated on the chairs.
Miss Huda Samreen. Miss Azra Fahim. Miss Faiza Kausar. Miss Fariha Unnisa.
23 पासवर्ड भी दे हो गया ना 23 पासवर्ड क्या नाम है
Miss Fatima Sayyed Moinuddin.
ये 2022 पासवर्ड है जी 2023 के वहाँ पे है
Miss Hafsa Farooqi.
सर अगर नहीं हुआ तो अनाउंस हो जाता परेशान
Miss Hina.
नंबर हॉल टिकट नंबर पूछो
Mrs. Khatijatul Kubra Noreen. Miss Khatija Fatima. Miss Maliha Zahir. Miss Maria Abdul Wahid. Mr. Faraz Ahmad Khan. Mr. Mohammad Rehan Ahmed, Miss Mariam, Mrs. Masira Naz, Miss Meher Fatima, Miss Mera Junnisa Safia,
ये तो जो बात कर रहे हैं ना आप, वो मतलब नहीं होता उसका, हो गया बोल दिया। बच्चों के साथ मिक्सअप होते सर्टिफिकेट आप ट्रैक की सही तरीके से फोटो लेके दीजिए, आप उसके हिसाब से सर्टिफिकेट देते हुए नए नाम से।
Mrs. Nazia Fatima, Miss Neha Sultana, Miss Nishat Fatima Khadri, Miss Nuzat Tabassum, Miss Rukhaya Anwar, Miss Samia Abrar, Mrs. Sania Masood, Mr. Muhammad Ahmad Ali, Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim, Mr. Muhammad Kashif Khan, Ms. Shwana Zain, Ms. Soyab Afnan, Ms. Sumaya Fatima, Ms. Sayyida Aziza, Mrs. Sayyida Khadijatul Kubra, Ms. Sayyida Saira Akbari, Ms. Sayyida Tehniyat, Ms. Tamanna, Ms. Tasneem Kausar, Ms. Umme Amara, Ms. Uzma Mohammadi, Ms. Wasima Begum, Ms. Zainab Fatima, Mr. Muhammad Imran Khan,
सफूरा
19th series, Miss Sayyida Safura Fatima, B Pharmacy. Miss Sayyida Sana, Miss Taba Harim,
After this,
Miss Tahura Tasneem, Mrs. Tamkeen Fayaz, Miss Tarannum Begum, Miss Umme Kulsoom,
नरमीन आयशा नाज आलिया मेराज
Mr. Mushir Ahmad, Mr. Sheikh Khaja Moinuddin, Mr. Sayyid Shujauddin.
मैम रोजाना 22 के और एक सीरीज है ये 23 है ये आप टिक कर रहे क्या मैम आप टिक कर रही है फिर ये लिस्ट ठीक है कंप्लीट करिए जब तक
Aisha Siddiqa, Nifta Tehseen,
हाँ जुबेरी अहमद है ना
Hafsa Navera,
एक नाम बोलेंगे डॉक्टर अभी बुला दिए यूसरा अली अभी बुला दिए
Dr. Yusra Ali, Miss Hafsa Navera, Miss Farheen, Miss Juwairia Fatima,
पास आउट 20 रोल नंबर
Dr. Nishad Fatima,
वहाँ पे है स्टूडेंट्स है, लोग दे दो, वो लोग निकाल दे आपको आपके नाम से।
Ms. Hajira Sumaira,
हो गया हाँ? के पास आउट है तो कैसा हो सकता है? 20 ईयर ऑफ पासिंग 20 सीरीज की।
Sara Siraj, M Pharmacy, Sutix, year of passing 2020. Mrs. Kulsum Siddiqui, Pharmacology. Dr. Samreen, Pharm DPB. Dr. Rukhsana Begum, Ms. Subia Kulsum, Dr. Afreen Patan, Dr. Fareen Sultana, Dr. Safa Ahmed, Dr. Sara Khan, Dr. Afifa Fatima,
इसके बाद कौन से बुलाने वाले हैं?
Dr. Afifa Fatima,
रखा दिया मैंने बुला।
Dr. Safa Amreen, Ms. Sayyida Samreen Al-Atas,
डॉक्टर निशात फातिमा होंगे।
मैम नेम फिर से अनाउंस करें।
डॉक्टर निशात फातिमा।
मैम नेम कर दे। नेम अनाउंस कर दे।
Dr. Nishad Fatima, Sayyida Maria, Pharmacy Practice, Sayyida Maria, Pharmacy Practice, first rank, M Pharmacy. Next is for M Pharmacology, Miss Samreen, topper.
मैम डॉक्टर निशात को कॉल करिए। डॉक्टर निशात।
Dr. Nishad Fatima,
निशात फातिमा। हो गया मैम कंप्लीट। हम आप कौन से बुला रहे हैं? अब ये ले लीजिए मैम।
ये ले लीजिए इरफान, बोलो कौन से भी ले लीजिए।
9.05 आया मेरे को।
हाँ वाले हाँ बोल नहीं अरे बात में देखिए
केमिस्ट्री का है फार्मास्यूटिकल केमिस्ट्री का एक अजीज तो मैम खुद भी बोल दीजिए मेरे को क्या सर क्या बोलना सर
इसमें है ना
नहीं सर आप बोलो क्या बोलो ये तो हो गया
हो गया ना
सर मैम खुद भी बोल दीजिए कोई तो कुछ भी लेके चले जा रहे हैं बाद में चेंज कर देंगे
आयशा नाज बोल के स्टार्ट करें हाँ सर ये बोले थे ना आयशा नाज 2022 की फाइल
Mrs. Fareen Shah, M.Pharm Pharmaceutics, 20 series. Mrs. Fareen Shah. Ms. Fatima Yusuf.
कौन सी ईयर कौन सा है
20 सीरीज
23 का भी बाकी है क्या
एम के बाकी है पूरे
Ms. Safa Wajid. Ms. Taufia. Ms. Nabila Fatima Roheen. Ms. Sayyida Asma Begum. Dr. Atiya Fatima. Dr. Neha Samreen.
आप ये चेक करो 23 में शायद
Dr. Khansa Ahmed. Dr. Rukhsar Fatima. Dr. Sophia Ahmed. Dr. Supriya Kishan.
वो स्टॉप कर दीजिए 2 मिनट अभी ना मना वो रोक दीजिए इधर स्टार्ट करिए और इसमें ये जो हाँ 21 की लिस्ट है ये जो राउंड अप करे ना इनके नेम सेकंड का नाम भी मत करो फिर नीचे वाले नाम भी बोलो अभी स्टार्ट मत करिए 1 सेकंड आपको
Dr. Sayyida Asra. This is 20 series, PharmD PB. Dr. Afreen Muskan.
ऑर्डर में बोल दिया ये क्यों कंटिन्यू करिए यही 21 वाले आपके जो दिया था अलीना तैनियत
Dr. Alina Tehniyat. Dr. Alina Tehniyat, Farm D, 15 series, year of passing 2021. Dr. Aisha Fatima, Dr. Balam Aishwarya, Dr. Hina Farheen, Dr. Javeria Tabassum, Dr. Rana Siddiqui, Mrs. Sara Neha, Dr. Sayyida Meraj Fatima, Dr. Yusra Azam, Dr. Zulfikar Kagalwala, Ms. Afreen Sayyed, Ms. Alifa Naz, Ms. Amina Sultana, Ms. Ariba Fatima, Ms. Aisha Fatima,
ये पूरे लिस्ट के है सेपरेट, ये पूरी लिस्ट लाइन से और सबको मिलने को करा। उसके बाद ये पुकारो लास्ट में रुकने से दिखा रहे थे ना रहे भाई।
Mrs. Faria Naz, Mrs. Maria Tehseen, Ms. Nabila Qureshi, Ms. Noora Mohammad Siddiqui, Ms. Rohina, Ms. Ruhina Sultan, Ms. Sana Maqsood, Ms. Sana Uruj, Ms. Sara Haq, Ms. Sayyida Afreen Unnisa, Ms. Shagufta Nooreen, Ms. Shukha Sunain, Sidra Fatima, Sayyida Afifa, Sayyida Asma Bano, Sayyida Aisha Fatima, Sayyida Maria, Sayyida Sheba, Zehra Sania, Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim Ahmad, Mr. Sheikh Liaquat, Mr. Sayyid Natif Ali, Mr. Sheikh Mira Hussain, Ms. Simin Naz, Ms. Hafsa Navera,
वो नाम अनाउंस कर जा
Ms. Nazneen Naeem, Sayyida Kubra Fatima, Mrs. Karma Muhammad Abdul Basit, Ms. Uruj Fatima Beg, Ms. Hajira Sumaira, Ms. Dania Fatima,
अभी नाम नहीं आया
Bushra Muhammad, Abdul Zamir Muhammad, Muhammad Arif Pasha, Dr. Sara Afnan, PharmD,
डॉक्टर मोहम्मद शुजातुल्लाह सैयद हुमैरा हाँ मैं दे दिया अभी सही था मैं बोलो
Dr. Muhammad Shujatullah, Dr. Sayyida Humaira Fatima, Aisha Tabassum, Dr. Sumaya, Dr. Sufia Khan, Dr. Farzana Shireen, Sufia Fatima, Dr. Neha Fatima, Miss Azra Farheen, Miss Sayyida Aisha Fatima. Miss Sayyida Sheba Shaji. Miss Tehfim-ul-Khamir. Miss Aisha Sultana. Mrs. Sayyida Sadia Altaf. Miss Arshia Mehreen. Miss Hiba Sama. Mr. Muhammad Naveed. Mrs. Sayyida Madiha Maheen. Miss Sayyida Nishat Sultana. Miss Sayyida Zareen Sabira. Mr. Sheikh Aziz. Mrs. Arshia Afreen. Mrs. Sania Anjum. Miss Umaima Amreen. Miss Dania Fatima. Miss Ibtisam Shafia.
Can you call Samreen again? Once I come and tell you about her price.
Mrs. Meher Unnisa. Mr. Osama Nasir. Dr. Farzana Shireen. Dr. Neha Fatima. Dr. Sufia Khan. Mrs. Sufia Fatima. Dr. Sumaya. Miss Farida Begum.
Amina Sultana. Can you look
Miss Amina Sultana.
for my name again? Because for M pharmacy.
after 3 or 4 to quickly. I just asked him to take the phone, huh?
Miss Nagma Sultana, M.Pharm topper, quality assurance. Mrs. Karma Muhammad Abdul Basit. Salwa Mahmood, M.Pharm College, 21 series. Maria Tehseen, B.Pharm, 2017 series. Salwa Mahmood, M.Pharm College, 21 series. Zeenatunnisa Begum. (2019)
सर्टिफिकेट ठीक है मैम वो 3 बोला वो 3 अभी चाहिए इसका भी 96 उसके बाद ये सी हरीबा फातिमा जहरा सानिया जहरा सानिया
Miss Ariba Fatima. Miss Zahra Samia. Miss Sara Haq. B Pharmacy 15 series, Miss Dania. Mrs. Sania Anjum. Dr. Muhammad Shujatullah.
Finish. Ma'am Khutija Fatima.
Miss Khutija Fatima. Mrs. Salwa Kausar. Miss Hafsa Navera. Mrs. Mariam Junaid. Miss Safa. Miss Nida Mahmood Ali Khan. Miss Faiza Habib.
शाजिया तजीब बोलो बोल तो देना
Miss Shazia Tazeen. Miss Faiza Tamkeen. Miss Azra Fatima. Miss Farheen. Miss Naz. Miss Firdaus Afshan. Miss Ruqayya Nazir. Miss Osaf Batul. Miss Rafia Begum. Miss Zainab Hussain. Miss Mohammadi Amjad. Miss Alina Mustafa. Miss Nishat Fatima.
एक नाम अनाउंस करो शाफिया अमीन
Mrs. Sayyida Shafia Amin.
और एक बार
Mrs. Sayyida Shafia Amin. Miss Alvia Anjum. Mrs. Zahra Ahmadi. Mrs. Bibi Farisa Bano. Miss Sayyida Maria, M.Pharm topper.
अजरा फरीन
Miss Azra Farheen. Mrs. Nagma Sultana. Sayyida Sadia Altaf. Miss Mehreen Fatima. Mrs. Najmus Sahir. Miss Aisha Fatima. Miss Amtul Muqeed. Miss Sayyida Sabura Maheen. Mrs. Samia Zahoor. Miss Narmeen Sultana.
फरियानाज
Miss Faria Naz.
जैनब बोल दो जैनब
Miss Zainab Hussain. Miss Faria Naz, Miss Samra Kausar, Miss Dure Nayab, Miss Shagufta Sheikh, Miss Shagufta Samreen, Miss Sayyeda Shafia, Miss Yasmin Arif Ali, Miss Samia Zahur,
शाइस्ता नाज
Miss Shaista Naz,
जा रहा है इधर से और एक और अनाउंस कर
Miss Shaista Naz,
समरीन कहने के पहले वो शाइस्ता नाज बोला और एक बार पुकारिए
Miss Shaista Naz,
तीन नाम पहले अवार्ड देंगे समरीन समरीनल
Miss Sayyeda Samreen M Farm,
टॉपर बोलो टॉपर
Miss Sayyeda Samreen M Farm Topper,
क्या दिए तीन नाम
Dr. Asra Yasmin, Dr. Asra Yasmin, Dr. Rumana Tabassum, Dr. Sheikh Asra Fatima,
तीनों को बुला लिया बस खत्म 23 का
Mrs. Farheen Shah, Miss Fatima Yusuf, Miss Safa Wajid, Mohammad Zaheem Ahmed, Miss Samia Fatima,
ये बोलो फैजा तमकीन बोलो
Faiza Tamkeen,
रुफैदा फरीन
Miss Rufeda Farheen, Miss Amina Sultana, Miss Azra Fatima, Miss Ariba Fatima, Miss Zahra Sania, Miss Ayman Afreen, Miss Amina Mazhar, Miss Safina Tahmeen, Miss Sania, Miss Sayyida Najia Fatima, Mrs. Faria Naz, Miss Sara Haq, Miss Sayyida Aisha Fatima, Miss Sayyida Sheba, Miss Sayyida Maria, Miss Juwaria Aman, Miss Asna Abid, Miss Samia Fatima, Miss Tamanna, Miss Tasneem Kausar, Miss Rukhsana Begum, Miss Umme Umara, Miss Uzma Mohammadi, Miss Wasima Begum, Miss Zainab Fatima,
Can you just announce? Can you just announce
Miss Shaista Rukhaiya, now we have Karma Muhammad Abdul Wasit for speech.
Can you repeat that? Zareen? Zareen? Usta? Shuru kar. Shuru kar. Finish. She's calling my name. Again. Shuru kar. Usta? Can you call it again? Abdul Wasit for speech. You should call my name and it should come in the beginning. Yes, I told you. Start. Already.
Miss Sadia Rauf,
कर्मा मोहम्मद अब्दुल वासिफ ठहरो बाबा आके कर्मा मोहम्मद अब्दुल वासिफ
thank you sir. I thank all the delegates. Now we have Karma Muhammad Abdul Basit for speech. Good evening everyone. On behalf of class of 2019, I, Karma Muhammad Abdul Basit, would like to welcome all the faculty members, alumni, friends, family and respected guests. Looking back to the first day of degree, which almost seems like it was yesterday, to looking at each other today after so long feels surreal. But my journey in this campus did not begin in 2015. It started in 2011 when I came from abroad and was finding it very hard to settle myself in. In a blink of an eye, my life changed. I remember getting admission in Sultan-ul-Uloom public school in 9th class. The next thing I knew after joining the school was I was the happiest person. From scoring 92% in my 10th and being part of cabinet member to pursuing my intermediate in Sultan-ul-Uloom Junior College. From passing with flying colors in B Pharmacy in Sultan-ul-Uloom to completing my masters from this wonderful campus definitely was a dream come true. 10 years of my life in this society, and so I call this as my second home. How do you say goodbye to the home that so fundamentally made you who you are today? It's so hard to leave until you leave. This is maybe why I booked my flight and reached here today to attend the final memory of this campus, which I'll carry in my life, in my heart always. This journey has always not been so easy, but I've had some angels on my way to success. Shout out to all the amazing, understanding, cooperative staff of Sultan-ul-Uloom College of Pharmacy. To our lecturers, I'll never forget or stop being grateful to you for making a mark on my life. The lecturers did not only help me in my academic or subject-related performance, but also in my co-curricular performance. Thank you, Anupama ma'am, for holding all the fests, sports weeks, seminars, webinars, which made us not only educationally intelligent, but I was also equipped with skills of empathy, compassion, honesty, resilience, and determination. It is now that I am growing aware of how instrumentally important my